All right, let's talk some Kent State football. Coach Haynes is here. Jordan Italiano's here as they get ready for what's hopefully going to be a winning season there at Kent State. Coach, tell us a little about where the team is coming off of last season and where you guys are as you ramp up for training camp this year.
Well, I think, you know, we got a little bit of ways to go until camp starts, but the off-season program was great for us, and the summer program has been great for us. So we're right where we want to be, you know, as far as where our production has gone, but looking forward to camp and putting the final phases to having a great season.
Jordan, you were one of the players at a young age in the Kent State program that got experience, and there's a lot of players like that on this team. How much do you think that's going to help this team going forward over the next couple of years, especially this year?
I think it helps a tremendous amount. You gain experience. It allows things to kind of slow down for you so you can see the field better. You can like play faster, play quicker, and everything just kind of slows down, allows you to play to your potential better.
Coach, when you recruited some of these younger guys, you knew that they'd have to step into the program and play right away, and you also knew there'd probably be a couple of bumps along the way as they kind of learned. Now, some guys like a Colin Reardon or a guy like Jordan are 3 years into this program with a lot of experience under their belt. Are the expectations higher for a team like this now with some of those young guys getting into their third and fourth years? Yeah,
I think definitely so, and you know, just kind of like you said it, we knew we were going to play them early, and just like Jordan said, that experience now should be better for them. So we expect a lot more for them. And I think just like Jordan said, the game slows down a little bit for them. So with the more experience, the expectation level goes up. And like I said, we're looking forward. We're going to be as good as we should be, I think, this year. And I think that the kids are excited about what we're doing, how we're doing it, and they're getting ready to start August 7th.
What do you hope that these guys have learned from that experience that they've taken through whatever, as many reps as they've gotten or as many real games that they've gotten under their belt? What do you hope that they've gained as they head into this season?
I think the big thing is to understand how important execution is. It still comes down to execution. I think, you know, when you come in as a young player, you just want to get out there and just go, 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 go. But there's a lot of little things that have to happen for us to be successful. And I think when you talk to these guys, they understand the little things now that has to happen. You know, when you're talking about eating, you're talking about sleeping, you're talking about getting in the playbook and the preparation. All those things are just a part of what happens on Saturday.
Jordan, what are your expectations for this team this year? How good do you think this team can be? And I know we haven't gotten into camp, but you do know a lot of the guys that are coming back, and you do have a lot of position players coming back.
I think we can be really good. I think we have a lot of potential. We have a lot of guys returning, but like Coach Haynes says, it's all about how we execute. And I think we have the talent and the capability to do it. So if we can just execute our job, I think that's how good we'll be.
From what you know of some of the players who are coming back and some of the other teams, especially in the East, how tough will the East be this year, and how tough will the MAC in general be this year?
I think the MAC is always tough, and that's the beauty about our conference is there's so much parity in it. You know, the top team to the bottom team are so similar, and it's a play here, it's a play there. And that's the beauty of the conference, and that's the fun thing about the conference. So every game is going to be tough. Every game is going to be physical. Every game is going to be, you know, the same. It's going to come down to 5 or 6 plays. It's going to make the difference. And usually the teams who make the fewest mistakes usually win.
I know as a coach, and I already know the answer to a couple of these questions, so to ask you is kind of silly. The expectations are always to win the division first and then hopefully be in the bowl game at the end of the season. But with this squad and where it's at right now and coming off the season that you had last year, realistically, where would this team be, and where do you see this team stack up, not only in the East but overall?
Well, I think talent isn't the issue. I think we have talent. I think it still comes down to us doing the little things right. And really, we're not focused on the end of it yet. It's just the process of winning the day. And if we do a good job of winning every day, we can put ourselves in position in November to go for a MAC championship. But there's a lot of work that has to go into before, you know, that happens, and it goes back to those little things every day.
How good can your defense be this year, Jordan?
I think we can be really good. I think we want the expectation that we can be the best in the MAC, and we shoot for the best in the country. And like Coach Haynes says, the little things is what we're working on now to get there.
How much does the non-conference set the tone for the season, Coach, as you guys get ready to go? You got 4, and then boom, you get into Miami's your first game at home on October 3rd. As a coach coming out of the non-conference, where would you like to be, and how does it set the tone?
Well, I think you go into it, you just want to make sure that you compete and do a good job. You want to win every game. I mean, that's the one thing that you sit there and you set out to do, and you can win every game. Is it going to be tough? Yes. You know, do you have to play your best? Yes, you do. Illinois is a very good, you know, football team. Minnesota, Delaware State, Marshall are all really good football teams. But it sets the stage for us to get good before we get to the MAC conference, you know, game, you know, with Miami. So those games are important in a lot of reasons, to see where you are, see how you fit up, how you match up, and you can come out of it and know what you do well and what you have to work on.
As much as there's an emphasis on the wagon wheel game, Jordan, but it's so far away, and you got so long before you get to it. But still, it's a pride thing. Can you talk a little bit about how much that plays in? Because that's the last game that you're going to play. And for you, you still got another season, but there's some guys, that's their last game that they're going to play. How much does the season set the tone as you get ready for that rivalry?
Oh, that's a huge game for us. I mean, the season matters, but I don't think it really matters in terms of that game, because regardless of record, regardless of how good you've been, you know it's going to be a close game, and you know both teams are going to lay it out on the line for it.
Give us some key players to watch this year, Coach, as you get ready to go into the season.
Well, I think, again, it starts always up front. So, you know, not giving really names, but just the whole offensive line, the whole defensive line are going to be important for us. And the good thing about it, you see a lot of experience there. You know, now we started playing a lot of guys young, so they have 2 or 3 years under their belt. So those are going to be key, you know, things for us. We got a lot of key guys back. You know, when you look at Anthony Melchiori, our punter, kicker, you're talking about an all-conference player that's returning. Nate Holly's an all-conference player that's returning. So there's a lot of pieces in place. You know, again, I don't think talent is the issue, you know, for us right now. It's just make sure that we concentrate on little things and just winning the day, and things will work out good for us.
Is this a team that you think has what it takes to be a force in the East and win the East?
Definitely. I definitely think we have the capability to do that.
Why do you think so? What is it about this team? And you've been around it long enough, and some of the guys that are in this, and not only some of the incoming freshmen, but guys that you're going to sit there and suit up and bleed with each and every Saturday. What makes you think that this could be the year, or these next two could be the year?
Like Coach Haynes says, I don't think talent's the issue. I think now, more than ever, is we're closer as a team. I think we've done more team bonding activities, and I think we're truly like coming together as one team and one family.
You guys you're an Ohio guy, though. There are a lot of Ohio guys on this team. How much pride does that kind of instill in you when you get into this season? Because so many of you guys, you've heard of Kent State, you've lived near Kent State your whole life. How much does that play into it as well?
I think a lot. I mean, you always want to prove from Ohio that, like, Ohio football is one of the best there is. So, I mean, I know a lot of teammates from Florida might disagree, but I think you take pride in that coming from Ohio.
Is that special to play for an Ohio school and being an Ohio-born kid, that when you look down that roster that the coach has gone out and got so many Ohio guys to make up this team?
Yeah, I think so. I think it makes a difference.
Perfect. That's all I need. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Good luck this year.
Thanks for having us.